Hello and welcome to this week's edition of ELCAT News. I'm your host, Jen Carlos. This year's fireworks show was preceded by the local band Trailer Trash, a fan favorite country ensemble that brought crowd members to their feet.
You said by me. Let's sing it together, ready? One boy, 3, 2, 1.
One of East Longmeadow's biggest and best events of the year, the annual 4th of July parade kicked off at the high school with thousands of spectators lining the streets.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's our privilege to introduce the 2019 parade Grand Marshal, John F. Mayberry. Hiya, John! The East Longmeadow 125th Anniversary Committee is proud to present and represent on its Quasquecentennial. The group has been busy honoring and hosting fundraisers and organizing fun-filled activities for the community members. The #1 patriotic float this year. The Town Council 125th float, well done and medium rare.
Veterans Memorial Committee member Terry Glesko was presented with a check for $3,000 from People's Bank on Wednesday. This donation, along with support from the community, will help in building the Veterans Memorial in front of the Pleasant View Senior Center.
Great it is to be able to work with veterans. We appreciate all you have done. It is very near and dear to my heart. I have a father who's a Marine, brother who's a Marine. Know the importance of patriotism and service to our country, so thank you. And People's Bank feels very much the same way. We are very happy to be a part of this event, very happy to be a contributor to the memorial. I'd like to have Steve Gardner be able to donate a $3,000 check for the memorial, and wish you the very best in the event. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
At this week's Town Council meeting, newly elected councilors Ralph Page and Patrick Henry thanked their supporters and gave their formal introductions.
I thank the 422 residents who voted for me, but I also have to represent the 10,000 residents who didn't vote for anybody. And I mean, we have to weigh the interests of all residents, and I want them to know that we appreciate the young families, the retired seniors, the working tradespeople, the commuters to Hartford, our small businesses, and our large industries that together make this pretty little town.
As many of you know, I've been involved in the town, different boards, via Planning Board, Community Preservation Committee, or sitting here for many years in the audience. I was also on the Charter Commission who sought the change of government that we have now. I look forward to representing all residents of the town as we go forwards. There's pros and cons to the charter. I think the most important thing is for a council member to openly listen to everything and then make an opinion and a judgment and a vote. Once the vote's taken, you move on, you go to the next.
Director of Public Health Amy Petrosky and Board of Health member Sarah Perez McAdoo gave an update on the East Longmeadow Health Partnership.
So since we last talked to you, we have been working on this MOU, which is what you have before you today. And we really feel strongly that this is fiscally responsible. It expands the services that we're going to be able to provide our residents. And it's a sustainable opportunity that allows for flexibility in the years to come. One of the great things is that this really focuses on each community maintaining their individual rights to their own regulations and policies and procedures. And it also increases the efficiency that our mutual departments will be able to have in these services.
Well, I have a question. I'll just start with it. As all of you know, and we got 2 new members, I don't like reacting to documents that get put in front of me in the same night we're asked to look at them. And unfortunately, this document it's 2-sided, but we only received one side of the document.
So that's my fault. I'm not a good copier, but it's just one paragraph that is different, and it's just a matter of a few words.
I don't know
Strengthen
that.
it.
I haven't seen the document. I would like to see the whole document and have a chance
You
to
have the
review
whole
it.
document.
No, I do not. I'm missing pages 2,
No.
pages 4.
You received the document last Friday with your agenda.
I don't know if they're still the same.
It-
So my question is,
Okay.
I'd like to have time to review this. So I move to table this until our next meeting.
Is there a second?
Can I ask a question before I respond to that?
Mr. Parliamentarian?
There should be a second in order to
Yep.
discuss
Then you
it.
discuss.
So I'll second it then.
Discussion. Motion's been made and seconded to table this matter until a future meeting. All those in favor? First, we have to
Discussion.
discuss. Yes. Larry?
Just a quick question through the chair. Is there anything that's time sensitive that would have to be decided tonight?
I can answer that because part of the sensitivity is that the town manager for Long Meadow is leaving at the end of, the beginning of August.
Yeah.
And he would like to present it to the Board of Selectmen there and have an idea what any issues are that we have on our side. So, and truly, the document has not changed except for that one paragraph, and that was just to incorporate the town attorney's suggested changes, which were minor, very minor.
Yeah.
And I think in terms of that time frame, the important thing is we've been working very closely with these partners at the table for a year and a half, almost 2 years, who really understand the history of doing this work and who really truly understands the specific challenges for each of the communities. And they've been able to address it over time, step by step. And I think this might be like about the 3rd time that we've presented this information to you because we want to keep you in the loop. So in terms of capitalizing on the town manager in Long Meadow being there and be able to support this work instead of waiting for someone new to come in, that was part of the time sensitivity. But of course, I will also want to be responsible and give you the opportunity to be able to look at it and be able to ask questions. So I just ask if you can sort of balance that and take that into consideration as well.
This is through no fault of yours, but in council rules, it states that you have to provide a list of pros and cons of any proposal that comes before us. That's not in these documents. So I would suggest that that be a document you put together, telling us how the benefits, or how this benefits East Long Meadow, and what the negativities potentially are for Long Meadow, or East Long Meadow and Long Meadow.
I'm thinking back to our original document when we went through the 1-year process of just sort of vetting the idea and what the pros and cons. I apologize that I don't have that original document with us, but that particular document does have the pros and cons for each of the models that we took a look at and why we decided on this particular one. So yeah, so it was part of the conversation initially to understand, especially unintended consequences of any policy or program or practice that we put into place. Because nothing exists in isolation, is within the context of the community. So we did take into consideration those things in the original sort of document that we have where we presented 2 models.
The model.
So we can share with you again, but if that needs to be presented
I
in
can
different
forward that
format.
back out to the council this week.
Yeah. All those in favor of tabling this until a future meeting, please say aye.
Quick question. No, I gotta say, when you table something, don't you need to put just put a spot for it
Yeah.
as
The
opposed
next
to
meeting.
indefinite?
The next
So,
meeting,
The next
April's-
meeting,
August 6th.
Yeah. I just want to be clear, that it has a place on it which could be further tabled. Or not.
Okay, August 6th it is. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say nay.
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 So the motion carries 5-2.
Here's what's happening at the library this upcoming week. On Monday, July 8th from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. is Pizza and a Movie. The featured film is The Lego Movie 2, rated PG. On Tuesday, July 9th from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. is Cartooning Creations. Stop by to learn about how to draw your own cartoon. Registration is required for grades 3 through 6. On Tuesday, July 9th from 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. is Cartooning with Michael Cady. Learn tips and tricks of the cartoon world, how to create characters, and how to design and draw cartoons. Sketchbook and pencils included. Registration is required. On Wednesday, July 10th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. is You and Me in Music. Join Renee Coro, music therapist and musical artist on Perfect Harmony for music, movement, and fun. On Wednesday, July 10th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. is the Toe Jam Puppet Band. Visit the library for a night full of fun and music with the Toe Jam Puppet Band. They will entertain with songs, movement, and great laughs along the way. Great for the whole family. And finally, on Friday, July 12th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., visit with Blades from the Boston Bruins. Stop by the library for a visit from the Boston Bruins mascot, Blades. This is a great experience for the whole family and a spectacular picture opportunity. That's it for this week's edition of ELCAT News. I'm Jen Carlos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.